The 2013 Aprilia Caponord 1200 Travel PK. The Aprilia Caponord 1200 Travel PK is one of the most innovative models in the street enduro segment. This versatile motorcycle can deal effortless with anything you'll throw at it, and can be used for long journeys but also for short rides around the city. The Aprilia Caponord 1200 Travel PK is propelled by a 4-stroke longitudinal, 90° V-twin engine, liquid-cooled engine with 4 valves per cylinder. The engine has a total displacement of 1,197 cc and cranks out a maximum power of 125 CV 9 kilowatts, a 8.250 revolutions per minute and 11.7 kgm of torque at 6.800 revolutions per minute. All this power is kept in leash by a 6-speed transmission. The motorcycle's backbone is represented by a modern frame that features a mixed structure, made up of a trellis in high-resistance steel tubes connected to a pair of die-cast aluminum plates. Hit the jump for more information on the Aprilia Caponord 1200 Travel PK. Overview. Aprilia revolutionizes the street enduro segment, creating the perfect bike for travel, fun and day-to-day use. The new Caponord 1200 takes advantage of the experience Aprilia has acquired in top-level competition, making, once again, technology available to all. Safety, performance and comfort come together in a new balance, a new frontier destined to be the reference point, thanks in part to the introduction of AD, the cutting-edge technology, semi-active suspension system covered by 4 exclusive patents. The latest innovation from Aprilia, together with cruise control, completes the electronic system suite that comes standard on the Caponord 1200, such as ride-by-wire multimap accelerator, traction control which can be adjusted to 3 levels, as well as 2-channel ABS. The new standard. After shocking the naked sport bike world with the incredible Tuono V4R, and after creating the best superbike of the new millennium, the super-fast RS V4, Aprilia aims at leaving an indelible sign in the street enduro segment as well, achieving the objective and exclusive objective of obtaining a perfect balance between sport and comfort. Introducing Caponord 1200, the perfect bike for any occasion. Easy to handle and agile in the city, thanks to its advanced and lightweight chassis, quick and fun in the countryside, thanks to its sophisticated electronic management and its generous twin-cylinder engine, comfortable for rider and passenger in touring due to the particular attention to ergonomic detail and its excellent protection against the air, thanks to wind tunnel shape studies. Caponord is not a new name for Aprilia. The first ETV 1000 Caponord, introduced in 2001, represented an advanced interpretation of the street enduro concept, boasting distinctive elements such as the dual-beam chassis in aluminium and the 998cc 98 HP twin-cylinder engine, both clearly sports derivations. More than 10 years have passed, and in the meantime Aprilia motorcycle technology has taken leaps forward. The proverbial ability to build exceptional chassis has been joined by top-notch skill in electronics, thanks to the experience gained in top-level racings, which has always been the maximum center of research and development for Aprilia, of solutions which are then used in factory models. Proof of this is in the exclusive equipment RBW, ABS, ATC, ACC, AD, and the characteristics of power, especially the torque of the 1200 V2 engine, completely revamped to provide the maximum in terms of power output and riding pleasure. The needs and desires of bikers have also changed, attracted more than ever by the global bike, a bike capable of providing great satisfaction in any conditions of use. Caponord 1200 aims to establish a meeting place between the new needs of bikers and Aprilia's technological skills. The motorcycle. The three-fold personality typical of Italian design combined with a sleek body, these are the primary characteristics of a long series that sets the Caponord 1200 apart. Form and function find a point of contact. The sport nature comes through clearly in the stylistic traits. The distinctive Aprilia gaze characterizes the Caponord 1200 too. Numerous wind tunnel sessions designed the shapes of the top fairing and the windshield with adjustable height in order to ensure the best aerodynamic penetration, with particular attention given to the indispensable protection of the rider and passenger against the wind. To guarantee maximum comfort in touring use, the handguards and particular side fairing profiles come into play, designed not to be invasive but to offer plenty of protection. The same concept characterizes the Caponord 1200 chassis. The new Aprilia has a frame made of steel piping and forged aluminium plates, a true and proper modern sculpture which deserves to be left on display. The mixed structure guarantees the right amount of rigidity and the essential characteristics of stability and precision expected from every Aprilia, allowing the Caponord 1200 to rise above where its rivals stop, in sport riding. The perfect balance between sport and touring is an alchemy that only those with in-depth know-how like Aprilia are able to create. The erect and relaxed riding position is the fruit of specific ergonomic studies to find a dominant position, but one that would not be tiring during long trips. The saddle, enhanced by its elegant red stitching to give it a racing flavor, has a particularly comfortable cushion and sits just 840 mm off the ground, allowing riders of any height to always be in full control of the vehicle at a standstill. A lowered saddle is also available as an accessory to further reduce the distance from the ground. The passenger accommodations were also given particular attention. The portion of the saddle, large and flat, is separate from the rider's seat and shaped in such a way that prevents sliding forward, guaranteeing optimum comfort in any riding situation, while the grab handles provide a firm and comfortable grip. Rotational technology allowed a thin-walled nylon tank to be realized with great freedom of shape, favoring a reduction in weight. This way the lateral dimensions were reduced to a minimum and cater to the perfect leg position for the rider. The 24-liter capacity guarantees long-range travel with a full tank. The Caponord 1200 design was conceived from the beginning considering the bike panniers as an integral part of the vehicle. This, together with the choice to adopt a layout of the exhaust system with a low silencer, allowed dimensions to be contained significantly. The 29-liter capacity panniers, once installed, stay particularly adherent to the tail fairing profile. Total dimensions stop at just 908 mm, and they do not create any inconvenience for the passenger, facilitating mounting and riding comfort. Aprilia also considered sport purists. The silencer is height adjustable, in the event that the panniers are not fitted, giving it a more sporty and aggressive look. The set of panniers, color-coded to match the body and present in the rich original accessories catalog for the Caponord 1200, does not require any additional brackets or attachments, thereby leaving the clean lines of the motorcycle intact when not installed. Available outfitting. Caponord 1200 has a wealth of standard equipment which includes, but is not limited to, ride-by-wire system with 3 engine maps, sport, touring, rain 2-channel ABS can be disabled, ATC can be deactivated and with 3 user selectable level settings, adjustable windshield hand guard. The travel pack outfitting adds, Aprilia Dynamic Damping, ACC, Aprilia Cruise Control. Shock absorber with built-in piggy-back, spring preload electrically adjustable to 4 predefined settings, rider only, rider and passenger, rider only with panniers, rider and passenger with panniers, or in automatic mode pair of panniers color-coded to match the body center stand. These last 2 features are also available in the rich catalog of accessories for standard Caponord 1200 customers. Chassis. The layout of the frame is a mixed structure, made up of a trellis in high-resistance steel tubes connected to a pair of die-cast aluminium plates. This exclusive and well-tested configuration allows a perfect balance of weights to be achieved, as well as optimum torsional and longitudinal rigidity values. The frame has been specifically designed, seeking to raise the bar for the segment in terms of handling, without neglecting high standards of stability at the high speeds which the powerful twin-cylinder is capable of reaching. The new rear subframe ensures extreme solidity for trips with a full load, while the lateral positioning of the shock absorber, which connects the frame to the aluminium swingarm, is useful for providing the right amount of space for the exhaust manifold, leaving the unit far from heat sources in a position which favors any adjustments that may be required. Caponord 1200 has a manually adjustable shock absorber in spring preload and in rebound hydraulics, as well as a completely adjustable USD fork, rebound, compression and spring preload, with 43 mm stanchions made precious by cast shell mounting brackets. The extremely lightweight aluminium wheels, both 17 inches, stem from the ones which equip the Super Sport RS V4, and they contribute to reducing gyroscopic moments of unsuspended weight to a minimum, all to the advantage of handling. The wheels are shod with tires designed specifically for this type of bike, thanks in part to the generous cross-section of the rear tire, 180/55. They are able to accommodate even the rider's most extreme leans, as well as ensuring maximum grip on slippery surfaces. The particular sculpting of the tread provides the further possibility of safely tackling light off-road routes, in search of a more adventurous type of touring. The Brembo braking system provides a pair of floating 320 mm steel discs and monoblock calipers with 4 pistons and radial connection on the front. The rear mounts a single-piston floating caliper that grips a 240 mm disc. An advanced 2-channel ABS system which can be disengaged completes the standard equipment. The engine. The Aprilia twin-cylinder boasts extremely advanced construction technology and a careful study of internal fluid dynamics aimed at improving combustion, decreasing friction and maximizing performance. The engine was the object of some significant advancements, both in software and hardware, in order to obtain more progressive power output from low RPMs to the advantage of comfort and to enhance riding pleasure thanks to even higher torque values to the advantage of fun, at the same time improving fuel economy. The general specifications of the Caponord 1200 engine are: twin-cylinder 90° V, performance, max power 125 HP at 8,250 revolutions per minute, max torque 11.7 kgm at 6,800 revolutions per minute, triple map ride-by-wire technology with sport, touring and rain maps, highly oversquare bore-stroke ratio which is highlighted by the sport attitude and increases the amount of power generated from a low RPM, offset cylinders for maximum lateral compactness, double overhead camshafts driven by a mixed chain, gear valve timing system and 4 valves per cylinder, twin spark ignition for fluid but full power output, speed density type electronic fuel injection with 2 throttle bodies and double multi-hole injectors for each throttle body, stick coils integrated in spark plug boots, 3-way catalytic converter with double oxygen sensor, hydraulically operated clutch. The final drive ratios contribute to increasing top speed, thereby allowing the engine to turn at lower RPMs while traveling on the motorway, saving fuel and increasing comfort. A child of the experience Aprilia has gained in racing, which has resulted in an amazing 51 world titles in just a few years. The ultra-compact twin from Knoll is a work of Italian art even from an aesthetics point of view. Credit for this goes to the great efforts of the engineers in imagining an ultra-modern engine where the data transportation system travels through a CAN line which has the benefit of decreasing the amount of electrical cables needed. The 690W current generator is new, more powerful and capable of powering the various electrical accessories in the rich options catalog without any problems. Electronics, the most in sophistication and reliability. Aprilia was the first to believe in the ride-by-wire system, the electronic type accelerator introduced on the Shiver 750 as far back as 2007, the fruit of extremely sophisticated technology, once reserved only for competition bikes, which helps the rider to get the most out of the bike's performance potential. On the Caponord 1200 the level of effectiveness and reliability of this system has reached a new peak. The RBW system dialogues perfectly with the engine ECU, managing the power in the best possible way at each point of the power output arc in order to have jerk-free manageability at low RPM, extreme responsiveness at medium RPM and exemplary spurts at high RPM. An efficient engine also provides the indisputable advantage of optimizing fuel economy. With its triple maps, rain, touring and sport, which the rider can select even with the bike in motion, provides the possibility of having a bike with 3 distinct personalities, able to instantly adapt to any possible condition and preference. The rider needs only close the throttle and press a button to choose the desired setting. Sport, maximum performance with responsive and direct power output in order to satisfy an aggressive riding style. Touring, the maximum power expressed is the same as the sport mapping, but output becomes more fluid and suitable for daily riding or touring. Rain, power is limited to 100 HP in order to guarantee maximum control and safety in conditions of poor grip. ABS and traction control (ATC) can both be disengaged and they are both standard equipment on the Caponord 1200. The 2-channel ABS system is particularly finely calibrated and allows the rider to take full advantage of the chassis potential in sport riding without ever being invasive, even in the most intense braking operations, whilst still guaranteeing maximum safety on slippery surfaces. ATC Aprilia Traction Control is the exclusive traction control system derived from the Aprilia Performance Ride Control (APRC) system on the extraordinary RSV4, designed and fine-tuned by Aprilia to get maximum grip out of any type of surface, able to give the rider great riding confidence, simultaneously increasing safety. The 3 levels of control can be adjusted based on different riding styles and asphalt conditions. Level 1, for a pure sport riding experience, all fun and adrenaline. Level 2, suitable for the city and touring and in general to manage the engine's great power on any route. Level 3, ideal for safety, taking on difficult situations such as low grip surfaces, staying in complete control. Caponord 1200 is also available with the Travel Pack package, which includes ADD, Aprilia Dynamic Damping, ACC, Aprilia Cruise Control, center stand and side panniers. Aprilia Dynamic Damping is the brand new dynamic semi-active suspension system developed by Aprilia and protected by 4 patents, the reference point in motorcycling on a global level where technology, efficiency and reliability are concerned. After APRC, the highly sophisticated package of electronic systems which equips the RSV4 and Tuono V4, once again Aprilia demonstrates that they are pioneers in the field of electronics applied to bikes, introducing the suspension system which uses automotive components to guarantee maximum reliability, a glance to the future, thanks to its vast possibilities of development and diversified applications. The ADD system measures the energy transmitted by bumps on the road surface to the bike and adjusts the hydraulic fork calibration and shock absorber in real time to minimize accelerations on the frame and consequently maximize comfort. To achieve maximum performance at any fork and shock absorber operating frequency, ADD uses a patented comfort-oriented algorithm which combines the principles of the well-known skyhook and acceleration-driven damping algorithms. In addition to comfort, rideability is also optimized and safety is increased thanks to further software strategies which are tied directly to the rider's actions. In fact, the system recognizes the riding phases, acceleration, throttle release, braking, constant gas, and adjusts the basic fork and shock absorber settings thanks to yet another patent which allows specific hydraulic calibration curves to be defined within the adjustment range. The high precision of the system is entrusted to a selection of sensors which are derived from the automotive world and which allow the fork and shock absorber extension speed to be measured with maximum accuracy. In this field, Aprilia has patented a unique solution for measuring the fork extension speed through the use of a pressure sensor. In the electromechanical calibration suspension systems already available on the market, the rider presses a button on the handlebar to activate an electric motor which changes the suspension setup. In the Aprilia ADD dynamic semi-active suspension system, on the other hand, all the rider has to do is ride without any concerns of selecting one setting or another. The travel pack includes a built-in piggy-back shock absorber, electrically adjustable in spring preload to 4 predefined positions, indicated by specific icons on the digital instrument panel: rider only, rider with passenger, only rider with panniers and rider and passenger with panniers. Aprilia system patented exclusive and then the automatic preload control mode for the spring. Once this option is selected, the system is able to detect the bike's load by itself, weight of the fuel, rider, passenger, luggage, etc., and automatically adjust preload to the optimum value for correct balancing of the bike. Aprilia Cruise Control allows the desired speed to be set and maintained even on uphills and downhills, without touching the throttle control. The system disengages automatically if the rider touches any of the brake, clutch, cruise control commands, and is very useful on long motorway routes because it helps save fuel and makes the ride less tiring. It is a perfect ally to eat up miles stress-free astride the Caponord 1200. The completely digital instrument panel that equips the Caponord 1200 is all new. The full LCD combines the speedometer, rev counter, total and 2 trip odometers, fuel level and coolant temperature. There is also a selected mapping indicator (STR) as well as the shock absorber electric spring preload indicator travel pack. The engaged gear is also indicated, as well as the ATC level adjustment and heated handgrip operation, available as a separate option. The range of indicator lights on the side includes the fuel reserve warning light and the ABS, ATC and ACC activation, deactivation indicators travel pack. Specifications.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.